Imagine a machine that can fly faster than the speed of sound, carry a heavier payload than most manned fighters, and loiter over a target for hours, waiting patiently. Now, imagine it can coordinate its own attack, share real-time threat data with a human controller thousands of miles away, and execute the perfect strike, all while being entirely invisible to radar. This is not the future of air combat. This is today. This is the Boeing MQ-20 Avenger, or as we know it, the ultimate evolution of the stealth drone. It's the air superiority platform that doesn't need a pilot, and it's quietly redefining who the real kings of the sky truly are. Welcome back to Wings of War. If you're here for the cutting edge, the classified secrets, and the machines that actually decide the outcome of modern conflict, you're in the right place. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and prepare yourself. Because today, we're diving into the machine that took everything Boeing learned from the X-45 program, fused it with unmatched speed and endurance, and created a ghost with a bomb bay. This is the story of the MQ-20 Avenger. To understand the MQ-20, you must first acknowledge its pedigree. The Avenger didn't appear out of thin air. It is the direct, brutal successor to Boeing's legendary, though short-lived, programs like the X-45 and the Phantom Ray. When the U.S. military restructured its joint UCAV efforts in the mid-2000s, Boeing didn't simply walk away. They took the priceless, pioneering data, specifically the autonomous systems and stealth shaping, and funded the Avenger development internally, which allowed them to bypass some of the bureaucratic red tape and build the aircraft they knew the future demanded. The Avenger, originally known as the Predator C, took its first flight in 2009. But unlike the Predator B, or Reaper, which was a propeller-driven surveillance platform, the Avenger was jet-powered, built for speed and penetration. It was designed not just to watch, but to dominate. It was designed for the kinds of highly contested airspace where the Reaper simply wouldn't survive 5 minutes, and this single design choice, jet power and high stealth, immediately separated the MQ-20 from every drone that came before it. So, what exactly makes the MQ-20 an Avenger? It starts with the numbers and the design philosophy. Its airframe is a low observable, flying wing design, borrowing heavily from its stealth ancestors. Its overall shape is optimized to scatter radar signals away from the source, making it incredibly difficult to track. But unlike many early prototypes, the MQ-20 possesses the capability to use both internal and external carriage. It has an internal weapons bay, the holy grail of stealth aircraft, which can carry precision weapons like the Joint Direct Attack Munition (JDAM) while maintaining its low radar cross-section. Crucially, the MQ-20 is powered by a Pratt & Whitney turbofan engine. This propulsion system gives the Avenger significant advantages: high subsonic cruise speeds, the ability to rapidly climb to high altitudes, and endurance that can exceed 18 hours. Imagine a stealth fighter that can stay airborne for 3 times the duration of an F-22, constantly feeding intelligence back to commanders. That is the operational advantage the MQ-20 provides. It's not just fast, it's persistent. While the stealth and speed are impressive, the true revolutionary power of the MQ-20 lies not in its fuselage but in its software. The Avenger is a product of over a decade of continuous refinement in autonomous mission management. This drone is central to the emerging military concept known as loyal wingman or manned-unmanned teaming (MUMT). In a MUMT scenario, an F-35 pilot, for instance, might be leading a flight of 4 MQ-20s. The pilot simply specifies the mission objectives, say, suppress hostile SAM sites 500 miles ahead, and the Avenger's onboard AI handles the execution. The pilot doesn't need to fly it, they simply oversee it. The MQ-20 autonomously manages its flight path, identifies targets using its sophisticated sensor package, coordinates attacks with the other drones in the formation, and maintains its stealth integrity. This is critical because it multiplies the combat capability of a single human pilot exponentially. The pilot becomes a mission commander, directing a flight of lethal, disposable aircraft into the most dangerous airspace, mitigating the risk to human life in extremely expensive manned jets like the F-35. The MQ-20 is designed to operate in a high-threat environment, absorbing potential losses that no nation would tolerate for a manned fighter. This brings us back to our central question: is the Boeing MQ-20 Avenger the real king of the sky? In terms of air superiority, the answer is complicated. A manned fighter pilot still holds the supreme advantage of improvisation, ethical judgment, and complex political decision-making in real time. But in terms of persistence, cost efficiency, and survivability in the first wave of a conflict, the MQ-20 is undeniably the new apex predator. The Avenger represents the pivot point in aviation history. For decades, fighter jets were a multi-billion-dollar investment where the loss of the pilot and the airframe was a national tragedy. The MQ-20 changes the equation. It is designed to be highly capable, but ultimately, expendable. Its existence allows military planners to conduct deep penetration strikes and intelligence gathering in a way that simply wasn't possible before. It can fly missions that the F-22 is too precious to risk, and it can do so for far longer than any human could endure. The future of air combat isn't F-35 or MQ-20, it's F-35 with MQ-20s. The unmanned aircraft is taking on the riskiest, most tedious, and most data-intensive jobs, freeing up the human pilot to focus on the high-level strategic picture. This partnership is what truly defines the next generation of air power. The Boeing MQ-20 Avenger is the quiet, stealthy truth about modern warfare. It's the loyal, tireless, and lethal partner that has fundamentally changed the risk assessment for global powers. It is the machine that proves you don't need a pilot to be a king. You just need superior technology and unwavering persistence. Do you think a human pilot will ever be truly replaced by an AI-driven machine like the Avenger? Or will the pilot always be necessary to command the fleet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We've only scratched the surface of Boeing's drone revolution. If you found this deep dive into the MQ-20 compelling, hit that like button, subscribe to Wings of War, and check out our detailed video on the Northrop Grumman X-47B, which pushed the boundaries of carrier operations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next mission.